What are we doing? Sup, Nerdmigos? I'm the Jive Talking Nerd, John Norcroft. We've got Wife here. Here we're for another review, Jive. That was not a lot of words.
Wow, that was letters that didn't belong in words.
We are here for another review, Jive. I've been off the clock for a lot of hours, which means that drinking. Today, okay, so we are the day after the Bill and Ted, the new Bill and Ted Bogus Journey or whatever.
Bill and Ted Face the Music.
Bill and Ted Face the Music. Whatever.
So obviously we were like,
that.
we need to watch Bill and Ted.
So we watched Bill and Ted.
We watched Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure for me, probably like the 7 millionth time.
Oh my god. Yeah. Easily the 7 millionth time.
Yeah. I know it so well that I could probably
if you haven't seen this movie,
the words along with the movie.
If you haven't seen this movie, fucking leave this video. We don't want you here. Go watch Bill and Ted. Then you come back to this video, you join the club.
Yeah, but there is a prerequisite.
Adults.
The prerequisite for watching the movie is that you have to have seen Star Wars.
No, it's not. If you haven't seen Star Wars or Bill and Ted, then I recommend you stop paying for internet in your woods, because what are you doing? Why are you watching me and not watching GD American Classics, right? I mean, I feel like Bill and Ted's an American classic.
That's true.
I'm not a doctor, but guys, go away.
The dogs
go away.
Toys.
Hell up, go away.
They just got new BarkBox toys, and they are so excited about these toys.
Yeah. They think that the solution is, what if we played very loudly?
Yeah.
Now,
at
2 o'clock in the morning, at 6 o'clock in the morning, literally any time people are around. So it's the worst.
Yeah, they're the best.
Anyway,
we watched Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure came out
times.
in 1989. Jeez, man, I can't tell you how many times I've seen this movie. This movie, I'm going to read the description, primarily because I've technically never read the description for this movie.
I haven't either.
And I still haven't, by the way. I was like, oh, I'm going to look it up, because I always look it up for the actors. And even though I know, like, the main actors, I'm like, who plays Socrates? Who plays? So I'm like, oh, I'll do that. And then I was just like, you know what? I've never read this. Let's read it. Let's read it live. Let's do it live. Okay, so Bill, Alex Winter, and Ted, Keanu Reeves, are high school buddies starting a band. However, they are about to fail their history class, which means Ted would be sent to military school. They receive help from Rufus, George Carlin, a traveler from a future where their band is the foundation for a perfect society. With the use of Rufus's time machine, Bill and Ted travel to various points in history, returning with important figures to help them complete their final history presentation.
Wow, that is super accurate.
Can we talk about how accurate 1980s movie descriptions were?
But it also doesn't really, let you know the ridiculousness
I feel like if you
what you're about to watch when you watch this movie.
It was 89, so if you opened up a newspaper and you read that description,
that is how you would have done that.
You're like, newspaper. You read that description, you're like, oh, very interesting. This sounds like a science fiction movie.
You would be wrong.
This is not what this movie
Except
is.
it kind of is science fiction.
There's science fiction movies, but I'm thinking like 1989, you read this, you're like, all right, Star Trek. Star Wars, right? We know what science fiction is in the 80s. This, not that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was such a different thing. Like, you would be not prepared for the level of rock and roll, as well as, like, how stoned Keanu Reeves was in
the
this movie.
whole time. Or at least how stoned he looks.
Or talks, or sounds, or acts, or moves his body parts. It's the best.
Keanu Reeves. I would not be surprised if that is 100% an act.
Oh yeah, he was probably like drinking water and doing push-ups in the background.
Yeah.
But it's not a hint or
He's
fucking
like an angel sent to Earth to entertain us.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
He's the best person ever. So
we don't need to tell you what this movie is about, because we just read you the description, which is freaky accurate. So instead,
let's talk about other things in this movie.
Other things about this movie.
Okay, so first of all, George Carlin was fucking fantastic in this. It does lead me to wonder how they're going to pay homage to George Carlin in the new movie.
Yep.
But since this
we're only
isn't
talking
really a
about
redo,
this one right
I'm
now.
not concerned.
Yeah.
No, he was fantastic in this.
George Carlin, amazing.
Yeah, absolutely amazing.
In everything as always. I share a birthday with George Carlin.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah. He's much funnier than I am.
That's very true. Listen, however true you think that is, it's not true enough. It's more true than that. Yeah.
And then we have the cadre of friends that they summon.
So, let's talk about our favorite historical sidekicks. Because mine is the infinitely amazing Socrates.
Socrates is... He's the best.
The fucking best.
Is his character the best? But like his acting in this is also the best.
You're constantly seeing that shit in the background. Okay, so when you think about it, right? We were talking about this while we were watching the movie. Okay, so almost everybody that they deal with speaks English, except for Socrates. All right.
And Genghis Khan.
And there's one more.
Well, we decided that Joan of Arc might not know because she was alive in like the 1300s or the 1400s. Yeah. And English would have been vastly different.
It would have been a different language, but I feel like she could have.
She probably could have gotten.
I don't know if she spoke English. I'm not a historian, clearly.
We thought maybe Beethoven may not have known.
Maybe Beethoven didn't because he was deaf.
We know that he was deaf, but he appears to understand what it is that they're saying, so he does appear to follow commands in a... But Socrates, and Genghis Khan have
Socrates and Genghis Khan.
no English.
They're like the development of that language.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, especially as we even think to know it from medieval texts.
Yeah. So like they definitely didn't. And Socrates immediately becomes BFFs with Billy the Kid.
And it is the best.
The most adorable relationship of all time. Listen, I want somebody to look at me the way Socrates looks at Billy the Kid.
Yeah.
Real talk.
And also...
Like, when Billy the Kid's running through the mall, in that mall scene, that's one of my favorite scenes. And he's like... And Billy the Kid's like, woo! Bang, bang, bang! And, like, fires his gun off and runs. Yeah. And then Socrates, like, runs into frame and is like, woo! And then is, like, squirting his little squirt gun. And then takes off after him. It's so adorable.
I love the way that Socrates approaches everything with childlike glee.
Yeah,
and
it's
wonder.
The fucking best, dude.
The guy who played this is just like the best actor ever. And he probably also had the best time ever doing something so ridiculous.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like, you don't
really say any words, you just look at shit
do
like
some funny stuff
with wonder. It's great. At one point in time, they're like, everybody's staying here. We gotta go talk to these motherfuckers over here, whatever the fuck, right? And they go to leave, and Socrates like watches them and nods, and then looks at Billy the Kid and like points at himself, and then points here, and then nods, and Billy the Kid's like, yeah.
Let's go.
And then he's just like, yeah. And then they just stay there. And it's so great because there's so much background shit. I mean, when you've seen this movie 100 fucking quadrillion times,
you can really take in.
You can really start to pay
stuff.
attention to the background.
Like for those of you that noticed this, good for you. But I never noticed until literally today when they land the telephone. When they land the phone box in the backyard and the mom is there watering, there's like these floaty flamingos in the pool behind her.
As well as a pink flamingo standing up in the garden in front of her.
See, I had always noticed that. Yeah. But I had never noticed the flamingos in the pool before and was just like, what now?
Yeah. You're like, look at all these fucking flamingos.
Look at this detail I had never noticed
It's
before.
So good.
I also love the scene where Billy the Kid and Socrates are in the mall and they decide to go hit on those girls and
they're just like,
comes up and like
they're trying to like swagger.
Ruins it for him.
Yeah, and Freud is just being weird. Let me tell you what, Freud's just weird the whole time. So
yeah. Oh, and then there's a throwaway line at the end about how Bill has a Oedipus complex that I did not like. I know I've heard it, but like I did not remember it was there.
It's amazing every time because his stepmom's this like super young,
she's like 3 years older than him or something.
Yeah, she's just like a few classes above him.
Yeah, basically.
You know?
She's like had some of the same teachers and everything.
Oh my fucking
it's so good.
God.
And another one of my favorite scenes is Napoleon and the brother when they go to the ice cream place and they're like, Ziggy, Piggy, Ziggy. I cannot get enough of that.
And you can see him just being like, get the fuck out of here.
Every time I am served ice cream in a bowl, not myself, like somebody brings me ice cream and it's in a bowl, that scene plays in my mind.
Yeah, totally.
Every single time. Also, who got some ice cream? What's up? Yeah. Let's get some ice cream.
Oh yeah, we're going to the place. We'll just
we're
pick
gonna
up some
get some
fucking
ice cream for dinner after this for sure. Joan of Arc is also hilarious, and she's doing the
jazzercising in the fucking mall. And she's like, yeah, I'm into this. And then like goes to some other shit and then cuts back and she's just like, none of your shit. And just takes that bitch's job over. She just pushes her out of the way and starts dancing.
And everybody's
the best.
And then Beethoven, and he's playing the
27 pianos
at the same time. Everybody's there.
With that like remix of his of his thing.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Genghis Khan
I love that everybody just has like, I love that Bill and Ted is so purely like, oh, that's Socrates. And he's like, Socrates, motherfucker. That's not how you say my name. And they're just like, cool. And then everybody just calls him Socrates. You just fucking accept that shit. Yeah. They use that name in his fucking presentation. Yeah. It's great. Yeah. It's fucking amazing. Like, this movie, it reminds me why I fucking love, like, that, like, late 80s, early 90s, just absurd, like...
absurd action comedy movie
it's like
with
absurd
a bunch of like an
action
ensemble.
Yeah, exactly. Well, this movie is so very like it harkens to all the greats. Like when I think of this movie and I think of its peers, I immediately think of, you know, like the comedy western. What the fuck? The Blazing Saddles.
Oh yeah.
I immediately think of like Blazing Saddles, and I immediately think of yeah, really everything from Mel Brooks. Jesus Christ, that guy's good. But, like, I immediately think of all of the great, like, comedy movies. This is in it. Yeah. Like, no question. And we're watching it, and I'm trying to think, right? I'm trying to be critical, even though, like, deep down on the inside, I'm like, ah!
No, I'm
the whole movie. But I'm trying to be critical because, you know, I'm a judgmental asshole. I don't know. Whatever. But there's literally nothing I can complain about.
Yeah. Are there plot holes?
No, not really. This movie makes
it does
perfect sense. Listen, this movie is perfect. If you disagree, let's fucking fight.
I also agree that this is a perfect movie.
This is a perfect movie.
This was incredibly
If you don't like Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, you go from where you are, you come over here, punch you in the face.
Yeah. So I think this was an incredibly formative movie for me, and I deeply, deeply love seeing it every time. And also, one of my one of the places that I worked at was right near a Circle K, and every time I drove by that Circle K, I was like, strange things are afoot at the Circle K.
Strange things are afoot at the motherfucking Circle K.
That like gets into your culture, and you just make random movie quotes about it, and people just get it, right? This is one of those movies, and I love this movie
piece of technology idea. I would pay $250 for a device, maybe like a thing that I wear or an app on my Apple Watch. I'm not wearing it right now, but I have an Apple Watch. I just don't wear it very often. But where every time I air guitared, it did the like
the Wild Stallions riff.
I fucking want that so much in my life. And every time I see this movie, I'm like, we're from the future. Can we not do this shit? Like, can I not get a fucking app on my shit? I don't care if it burns my battery out faster, motherfucker. I sit at a desk all day. I don't give a shit. Like, give me that shit where every time I'm just like, hey man, what's going on? I want it to know that I'm doing this and do the Wild Stallions thing. Every fucking time until the end of time. Yeah. That's what I want. Like, I get that implant, 100%. No question. Real time, every time.
I feel like there's not really a good way to rate this movie, because this movie, to me, just goes beyond all ratings. So I'm gonna say
it's an American classic. So I'm gonna give it 50 stars out of 5.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna give that like 50. No, I'm gonna give that 69 stars out of 5.
That's fair.
69, dude.
69.
So
what's your favorite scene? This is what I want to know.
What's your
most important question? What's your favorite scene? Comment the fuck below. Like, let me know what your favorite scene from this movie. Everybody's seen this movie, and you don't have to be fucking specific.
Who's your favorite historical figure?
Who's your favorite character? So, for me, favorite character, Socrates. Favorite scene is when he's like, you gotta say something to him. And Keanu Reeves is like, we're like dust in the wind. And you're like, what the fuck are you doing, man?
For me?
It's so good. I love that scene. And then Socrates is just like, wait a minute. And then he like says whatever he says in like
Dust
Greek
in the
or
Wind
whatever.
is the sands of time.
Yeah,
it's the
yeah.
thing
And,
from the soap opera.
and he's like immediately just like blew Socrates' mind away.
Yeah.
And he's just like, and immediately he's like, yeah, whatever you guys want to do, let's go do that shit. No questions. You know? It's
For
the
me,
best.
My favorite scene is when it's Bill and Ted from the future and the past at the Circle K. That is my favorite scene.
The first time or the second time, though?
Actually, both times, because it's the same scene.
But
It's the same thing!
Bonus content on either side.
Thing. Bonus content on either side. It's the same scene. That is my favorite scene. Future Ted.
It is a good scene.
Future Ted, Future Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Say hi to the princesses
also,
for us.
We didn't even talk about the princesses. I love the princesses. They are hilarious. They actually don't really play a huge part in this movie, which is fine. But gotta throw the shout out to the hot medieval babes.
Yeah. Oh my god. That fucking scene. When
they're told they're gonna get put in the Iron Maiden.
And he's like, send them to the Iron Maiden. They're like, yeah. And they do it, and then he's just like,
them to the,
they just cut off their
and then they
heads.
go to behead them instead.
Yeah.
That's not.
But somehow Socrates and Billy the Kid, I don't know, snuck in and stole the clothes from like court murderers.
I don't know. It's
Who
fantastic.
fucking knows?
Billy the Kid
It's
and
amazing.
Socrates is like the best.
I kind of want like a buddy cop TV series. I want a 1 season, like 12 episode buddy cop TV series that's Billy the Kid and Socrates. And Socrates doesn't speak English literally for 12 solid episodes. Not a goddamn word of English. And it's just Billy the Kid and Socrates, you know, solving crimes and busting murderers and like, you know, Law and Order SVU style. I don't fucking know.
All right. We digress.
I want that.
Tell us who your favorite historical figure was.
Yeah.
Tell us what your favorite scene is.
Yeah, what's your favorite bit?
And then check out the channel tomorrow, because tomorrow we're going to be reviewing Bill and Ted's Bogus Adventure.
We're going to do part 2.
My favorite of the 2 movies.
Yeah, death is in it, so I feel like I have to say it's the better movie.
And that's hard to say.
I have a deep love for Death, the character.
It's awkward.
I need to say it that way. Yeah. Listen, real talk, you want to talk about like some formative shit?
Not right now.
The fact that Death is in that, Terry Pratchett and his characterization of Death is like one of my favorite like character arcs of all time. Like, yeah, he's so good.
It's
so
pretty
good.
fantastic.
So
But
come back tomorrow. That's what we're talking about tomorrow. Yeah. Okay, so either way, like this video, comment below, share, subscribe,
and
bell.
watch this movie tonight.
Do all that other shit. Do all the shit everybody else tells you to do, but for us, because I'm better.
We
Look
watched
at me.
it
we're here,
streaming on Hulu.
Yeah.
Yep.
No,
not Hulu?
No. We bought this movie on Amazon because Starz owns this movie.
That's right. We had to buy this one.
So the second one is available on Amazon Prime, but this one we had to buy on Amazon Prime.
Which we're totally okay with. We have it on DVD, but we don't.
Yeah, we have it on DVD. I just don't have I don't have an optical drive set up anywhere.
So anyway, we will see you guys tomorrow.
Yes. We already did the like thing. Yeah. I'm John Norgrove. This is Wife. This was Review Jive. This is Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Get your fucking life together, man.
We'll see you later.
Be awesome.
Be excellent to each other.
Ah, that's what it is. It's be excellent to each other. You're seeing the secrets behind the camera. Fuck you.